Hello, good day everyone. You might wonder why we are having this recorded discussion for Religious Education 11. It's because you're already behind from the other two sections. So we haven't had our discussion last Friday because you had your summative exams at 1, and we will not be able to meet this Friday because it will be your set 2 for your summative exam. That's why I opt to have this recorded discussion for you to catch up with the lessons, and these lessons will be covered for your summative exam. So I'm sorry if we had to do this. It's the only way to um, have you catch up with them. So I'm so sorry for the unnecessary noises that you might hear. So without any further ado, let's start our discussion. So we already discussed about the introduction to Mariology. So Mariology, it is a systematic study of the life of Mary, who is the mother of Jesus, of course, or the mother of Christ, or the mother of Lord. Now we also discussed um, her nationality, how old was she when she conceived Jesus and when she assumed to heaven. We have already discussed that. And anyway, I will be giving you notes for this. So we also discussed about the reasons why there are different titles or versions of Mary. I hope that you have already um, familiarized or memorized or mastered why or what are the reasons why there are different versions of Mary. Next, we also have discussed about the four dogmas of Mary or the four Marian dogmas, which is the following: the Mother of God, the Immaculate Conception, perpetual virginity, and the Assumption. So just read the notes that I will give. I'm pretty sure that we have also discussed about the Nativity of the Blessed Virgin Mary or the birth of Mary, which was celebrated last September 8th, 2023. So, with together with the Nativity of the Blessed Virgin Mary, we have also celebrated the feast of Our Lady of Light. So, I've told you already that um, it is celebrated, or the Nativity of Mary is celebrated during the 8th of September because that's 9 months after her Immaculate Conception. So the Immaculate Conception of Mary in the womb of Saint Anne. So the parents of Mary are Saint Anne and Saint Joachim. So it is said that Saint Joachim is a wealthy member of one of the 12 tribes of Israel. So this is just a sort of a review. So we have also discussed about the history of Our Lady of Light. So I've told you already that it was through this priest named Father Genovesi, who was from Italy. So he wanted to have this image or representation of Mary as he preached along the islands of Sicily, Italy. So he asked for help to a lady devout in a neighboring village, which um, which was having these apparitions of Mary. So Father Genovese asked that lady devout to um say or say whatever the Virgin Mary will appear, or whatever the form of the Virgin Mary will appear during that apparition. So the said apparition happened at the church of S. Stanislao al Noviciato. So it is said that the Virgin appeared in a glorious light surrounded by a troop of seraphim and was extremely beautiful. So she wished to be called Maria Madre Santissima del Lume, or Mary Most Holy Mother of Light. And we all know that the first painting failed because Father Genovese just gave the instructions to the painter and did not supervise while painting. And also the lady devout was not there where oh where she was supposed to be there. Do you get what I mean? Diba dapat naaman tong lady devout beside the painter as he or she will paint. But then again, she was not there, so she got sick. She lost her voice, and the only way that could heal her was to be at Palermo, which was a peaceful place with a, what do you call this, with a clean air that would help her body heal. And there, it happened, or the second painting of the image of the Mary Most Holy Mother of Light happened. So she was there. She supervised the painting, and then because of that, she got healed. So the second painting was successful. So Father Genovese brought this painting as he preached along the areas of Sicily, Italy, and then it was venerated, or that image was venerated under the title Mary Most Holy Mother of Light through Pope Clement the 22nd, who authorized it through an apostolic letter, and that happened on February 7, 1736 or 1736. And with the same apostolic letter, the feast of the Mary Most Holy Mother of Light was also established during or every second Sunday of September because of the apostolic letter. Now, the image was destroyed during the Second World War or World War II at the Church of Casa Professa. So after that, although there are numerous attempts to copy or like to reproduce another image of Mary with that of the first or the second painting, the successful one. So failed na tanan, wa na to natag-ing or kanang bisan pag i-try bitaw nila nga tag-ingon to nga image kay kanang wa na to nila na balik og paint nga ngadto jud. So that painting was very special. And then maunang karon ang atong gigamit na for Our Lady of Light nga image kay kanang mura na lang other versions of the image, diba? We can observe that there are still seraphims on her feet. I'm sorry. So diba? Surrounded gyapon na siya seraphims or angels. Then I guess that's it. So for your what do you call this? Para sa topic kanyang catch up, it's all about Our Lady of Sorrows. So if you happened or if you listened to the homily of Father Alil during our acquaintance party last September 15, this is wrong. So why is it 23? 23 magod ko naghimo ani nga presentation. Or is it 23 now? 24? 23 ko naghimo ani nga notes. So this should be September 15. I'm so sorry. So our next topic is all about Our Lady of Sorrows, which was the feast of Our Lady of Sorrows was celebrated on the 15th of September. So 15 September 15. That's September 15. I'll edit that for your notes. So the feast of Our Lady of Sorrows is celebrated during the 5th of September. Mao dito kay September 15, 2023 manggod na dapat. I'm so sorry. So yeah, it is celebrated during the 15th of September. So why do we celebrate the feast of Our Lady of Sorrow? So what is its implication to our life or to our real life situations? So the feast of Our Lady of Sorrows, it commemorates the profound union that existed between Mary and Christ, our Savior. So as we all know that she experienced many sorrows as a consequence of the mission of his son to be the savior of the world. But despite all these, she still remained strong and steadfast. So just like what Father Alil um said during his homily, 'di ba? Despite sa mga naagian ni Mary, despite sa katong mga sufferings, she still remained strong and steadfast. So, 'di ba, it's hard to witness your son being ridiculed, being discriminated, being condemned by a lot of people. So, especially during his crucifixion and his death. So, it is very hurtful. But despite all that, Mary still remained strong and steadfast. Now, Our Lady of Sorrows is often depicted with either one or seven swords piercing her heart. So with those images with um one one sword, that's like mura nag about sa ani kani nga koan nga sorrow, ani nga Bible verse. So Luke 2 verses 34 to 35. So adto kadto nga murag source or kadto nga base nganong naay images sa Our Lady of Sorrows nga one ray sword gining pierce sa ihang heart. But then again, for the image who has seven swords piercing her heart, so the seven swords, it symbolizes the seven sorrows that Mary had to go through as his son lived on this earth, or kadto seven ka sorrows nga ihang nagian while naa pa si Jesus dinhi. So the first sorrow, it is all about the prophecy of Simon and Anna. So this can be found on Luke 2 verses 34 to 35. So mao ni basis nganong naiuban image sa Our Lady of Sorrows kay nay usa ka sword nagtusok sa heart ni Mary. So it is said that, so it says, or this verse says that this child is destined for the falling and rising of many in Israel, and to be a sign that will be opposed, so that the inner thoughts of many may be revealed, and a sword will pierce your own soul too. So this was said by Simeon. So who was Simeon? So if you remember the like fourth mystery of the joyful mystery, which is all about like the presentation of Jesus in the temple. So mao ni nga a verse anito nahitabo kay murag naman sa law sa Jerusalem nga if firstborn nga son kay i-offer ni Lord. So mo to i-offer ni Mary ug ni Joseph si Jesus sa temple. So the presentation of Jesus at the temple or in the temple, something like that. So ani mo to pag-present ni Joseph ni Mary nakita ni Simeon si Jesus and he said this. So na-prophesize na ni Simeon ang destiny bitaw ni Jesus to be like di ba ningon nga the falling and rising of many in Israel. So ni-warn ni Mary. So this served as a warning to Mary nga motto, his son was destined to be our savior. So di ba ni nga naman nga will be a sign that will be opposed, so that the inner thoughts of many may be revealed. Di ba di man tanan ni agree katong pag-preach ni Jesus. So naman dyan mga ning disagree na may ning tuligsa na may ning condemn ni Jesus. So because of the presence of Jesus, more bitag na-reveal ang true selves or ang tinuod bitaw nga mga kinaiya tong mga tao na ni-oppose niya. So that's what meant by this verse. So again, those words warned Mary that she will suffer along with her son. So, marbitag kaakibat sa pag dawat niya ni Jesus as her child kay murag apil na pud ato nga mag-suffer siya kay moto destined naman nga si Jesus mahimong savior nato. So naman jud na mga struggles nga ma-face si Jesus. So ma-face pud to ni Mary. So kinsa may mother di ba nga di masakitan if marag mahibaw-an or makahibaw kag ngani nga your son will be the cause of the rise and fall of many in Israel. So mo to, that was the first sorrow of Mary. So what's its like implication, or how can we relate this to our real life situations? So in our times of sorrow and fear of the unknown, let's be like Mary, who remained steadfast even after the prophecy of her child was revealed, not knowing what lies ahead. So, diba, wa man ni balibad si Mary, gi-accept man gyapon niya, even though she already knew that there will be a lot of sufferings to come. So yeah, that's all about the first sorrow of Mary. Now, for the next sorrow, or second sorrow, is the flight into Egypt. So this can be found on Matthew 2 verses 13 to 14 and 16. So it says that the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream and said, "Rise, take the child and his mother, flee to Egypt. Stay there until I tell you. Herod is going to search for the child to destroy him." So, di pa nanak na si Jesus. And then, moto, katawit ang sa pasungan sa Belen, kay di ba diha to, 3 ka magis. Katong mga magi kay sila, Melchor, Gaspar, and Baltasar, if I'm not mistaken. So, sila tulo. And then, moto, there are also other magi or wise men. So, there are also other wise men man nga. Maritag, nag-roam around the world na moto, na niabot man sa palace or sa kingdom sa Israel. Then, mauto, na may magi nga nautana nga, where is the one who was born king of the Jews? Moto, gipangutana man si King Herod. Herod may king nga time. Namoto, nautana man ang magi nga, asa man ang kanang gianak nga mahimong hari sa mga Hodeo. And then mauto, kanang marutag na trigger si Herod. So Herod immediately feared a threat to his rule as he heard what the magi said. Moto, nahadlok man si Herod nga kanang nay makalabaw bitaw niya. So moto, gipapangita man niya si Jesus or ang family nila Mary and Joseph and Jesus gipapangita man. But then again, ning lakaw naman or ni flee naman sila Mary and Joseph and Jesus padong sa Egypt. So after knowing that Joseph and his family fled to Egypt, Herod got furious and ordered to kill all the firstborn sons ages 2 years old and below. So because of his anger sa kalagot niya nga wala bitaw na absent ang family ni Joseph, mo to ihang gipapatay tanan panganay nga laki nga nag-edad og 2 years old below, para if ever kintahay bitaw na pa sila Joseph sa sa Israel is kanang or mapatay pa kay tanan man panganay nga laki ipapatay. So that was called the massacre of the innocents. So how does this apply to our real life? So when we meet unexpected challenges that draw us away from our complacency. So just like what Mary, Joseph, and their son Jesus went through as they fled to Egypt, let us take the challenges that we might face ahead as stepping stones towards having a better state or better situation. So, di ba? As the angel appeared in the dream of Joseph, maramag wa na bitay daghang pangutana si Joseph kundi kadto ning diretso na sila sunod sa sugo sa Ginoo. Kay ba man si Joseph nga um kadto kay marag this will lead them to a better situation. So just like us, if our plans don't go as we want to, so if sometimes marbitaw musukwahi ang kanang ato ang mga plano, let's just accept and let God do His way. Oh my God, third sorrow pata 10:14 na. So for the third sorrow, it's the loss of the child Jesus. So ning dako na si Jesus marag around 11 or 12 years old. Naman sila yung mga bitag what do you call this tradition every year nga mo visit sa um sa Israel. Marag naman sila yung tradition nga mo visit bitaw every year. Ay feast nga marag magtapok silang mga kamag-anak or magtapok sila nga mga relatives. So same magud pud nato karon nga marag napod tay mga reunion. So that's what they do during that time. So mao ni nahitabo aning third sorrow, the loss of the child Jesus. So this can be found or you can find this on Luke 2 verses 43 to 50. So summary ra ni sa kanang verse nga naan. So when kadto nawa naman si Jesus, gatuo man sila Mary bitaw nga kanang nagpabilin si Jesus atong ilang mga igagaw. At na ginawa naman si Jesus. Mato, perting pangita nila. Mary nag Joseph ni Jesus. So when his parents saw him, they were astonished, and his mother said to him, "Son, why have you done this to us? Your father and I have been looking for you with great anxiety." And he said to them, "Why are you looking for me? Did you not know that I must be in my father's house?" So, kadto kaabi man nila Mary nga Joseph nga nabilin si Jesus sa ilang relatives katong sa feast. But then again, pagkita nila ni Jesus kay naa man sa temple. So mo ni ang fifth joyful mystery bitaw kanang the finding of Jesus at the temple. Mo ni ang nahitabo. So mo ni ang third sorrow ni Mary kay di pa ka masad if mawa imong anak. So in real life situations, so when we feel lost and vulnerable, let's be like Mary and Joseph who did not lose hope that they will find their son by the grace and help of God. So just like Mary and Joseph did, isalig gyud bitaw sila sa Ginoo when they lost their son. So sahay kita when we feel lost, especially during your teenage years, na bitong sahay makathink mo nga sakto ba ning path nga akong giagian. So trust God's process. You'll be directed to where you are supposed to go or you're supposed to belong. So just trust God, like how Mary and Joseph trusted God when they lost the child Jesus. Next is fourth sorrow, which is the condemnation of Jesus. So as we all know that as Jesus grew, katapitang nagsugod na siya preach, kay di man tanan ning tuon niya, di ba? Others persecuted him, others condemned him, others didn't believe in him. So for the fourth sorrow, the condemnation of Jesus, you can find this on Luke 23 verses 23 to 37. So how it was hurtful to Mary to see his son condemned by a lot of people. So how Jesus was persecuted, how they shouted and persisted in calling for his crucifixion. So mao na ito ang situation. Katong naa na si Barabbas o katong other thief katong si Pontius Pilate ang murag mo hukom. Mao ni ang nahitabo ni nga time. So yeah, they persisted to have him crucified imbes ang iharang gihimo kay nag-preach. So kato hinuong kawatan kay gipalaya. So mao ni, when we feel unfairly judged and humiliated, let's be like Mary as she endured the pain as she watched her son persecuted and ridiculed by many. So like how Mary endured the pain, bisan bitaw sakit man jud bitaw mark para sa usa ka mama nga makita nimong anak na i-judged by many, knowing that he is innocent, knowing that he's just doing what he was supposed to do. Gi-endure lang gyapon to ni Mary because she understood that that's part of the consequences of being the mother of a savior. So, motto for the fifth sorrow, which is the crucifixion of Jesus, gilansang na si Jesus sa krus. So you can find this on John 19 verses 25 to 30. So kaning mga verse nga naa ni gibutang na mga shortcut lang ni. So if you would like to read the Bible, just read it para mas masabtan ninyo ang mga sorrows nga giagian ni Mary as the mother of our Savior. So the fifth sorrow is the crucifixion of Jesus. So Mary witnessed the crucifixion of her son. So there's nothing more hurtful than seeing your son die and you can't do anything about it. So diba, it's hurting or masakit if kanabitang you want to save someone but you can't do anything about it because bisa gusto man nimo nga mutabang that you don't have the power to, or you just can't do anything about it. So how is it related to our real life, or unsa mga time nga mo bitong ma-apply ni nato kay when we face the death of those we love, especially for the parents who had their children suffer because of incurable diseases. Kana bitong mga parents nga naay mga anak nga at a very young age kay naanay cancer, kanang naanay taning bitaw, like naanalay pila years na mabuhi. So let's remain steadfast just like Mary did when Jesus was crucified. So diba, bisag sakit tan-awon para ni Mary nga ilansang si Jesus sa krus, she endured all that. She remained strong and steadfast. Now for the sixth sorrow is the retrieval of Jesus' body. You can find that on John 19 verse 40. So they took the body of Jesus and bound it with burial clothes along with the spices according to the Jewish burial custom. So kato, nothing is more hurtful than seeing your son dead. Nga wa kay nabuhat. So when we feel defeated, just like the parents watch helplessly as their children die in their arms, katong mga parents katong na anak nga mga na cancer, they can't do anything about it. Mao na, let's be like Mary who remained strong despite all those sufferings. Now for the last sorrow, which is the seventh sorrow, the burial of Jesus. So you can find that on John 19 verses 41 to 42. So when we feel helpless and afraid, just like how Mary watched Jesus in his tomb, not knowing when she would see him again. So diba, sakit man, masakit pod if kanang na burial stage na, kay you don't know when you're going to have the chance to meet your loved ones again. Kay mana it's life after death. Wala kay mabuhat. It's all done. So, just like Mary, she remained strong. She still believed in God despite all those sufferings nga iyang naagian. Mao nang deserve ra pod ni Mary nga i-honor and i-glorify than the other saints or angelic, what do you call that, kanang deserve pod ni Mary nga i-honor nga ngana more than the other saints bitaw. Kay imagine what she had to go through. Imagine what are her sufferings. Imagine what are the consequences as she accepted to be the mother of God. So nga nakabugat ang mission ni Mary. So let's be like Mary, and I hope that you have understood about this topic despite the situation or despite having this as a recorded discussion. So I will still provide notes, man, for you to catch up. And I guess that's it. Thank you and God bless everyone. And I hope to see you next week. So if you have questions regarding the topic, just send me a private message so that I can answer your queries. So those are the 7 sorrows of Mary. First, the prophecy of Simeon and Anna. So kanili pod si Anna kay mara pod niya og kanang nag-alagad bitaw pod sa temple. Then ang giingon diba ni Simeon kay your son will be destined for the falling and rising of many in Israel. Murag ang prophecy pod ni Anna. After ito kay nakakita pod si Anna bitaw ni Jesus, ni nga si Anna nga murag your son will be the savior nga na basta murag something like that, kana murag imong anak kay mahimong manluluwa sa kalibutan, nga na parang prophecy ni Anna. So mo nang the prophecy of Simeon and Anna, di na sila couple ha, lahi na sila. They are both servants of God. They're both servers of the temple. Nga mo to ni prophesied about the life of Jesus, about the baby Jesus. So the prophecy of Simeon and Anna, the flight into Egypt, the loss of the child Jesus, the condemnation of Jesus, the crucifixion of Jesus, the retrieval of Jesus' body, and the burial of Jesus. So those are the 7 sorrows of Mary. Those are her 7 sufferings that she had to go through as the mother of God. So again, if you have questions, just send me a private message. Good night and God bless everyone.